Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today on Cosplaygirlbudgets, we are doing an April reset and refocus of goals. So we're just doing a little mini review of what's been happening the past 3 months since we are done with the first quarter, which is kind of crazy to think about. If you're new to my channel, my name is Lauren and I'm on a journey for debt freedom as well as traveling, trying to figure out where I'm going to move next. So if you'd like to follow along with me, go ahead and subscribe down below and we are going to get right into it. So this is my planner that I have my calculator here, mainly just to I kind of want to go through my binders and see how much I have in each one. If we get to it, I think I want to try to make this like a not super short video, but not too long. So we're going to go straight into my goals. These are all my goals for this year. 1K in emergency travel to 3 states, $600 in Salem, $500 for my best friend's wedding, $1,300 for my Las Vegas trip, and both of these are in October. I want to try and pay off one credit card, $400 in the Christmas fund, finish half of my little scratch and roll save book, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and $300 into my spa trip fund. So just right off the bat, I actually completed the $600 goal for Salem in the end of March with my tax refund. So that was really awesome. So one thing down. And in terms of traveling to 3 states, I do have a trip planned soon for North Carolina. I'm gonna go and check out Charlotte and also visit my cousin because her little baby was born recently, so it'd be nice to go ahead and see the baby and stuff and visit family. This area I totally forgot to actually put stuff in, so it was just kind of a brief summary of where my sinking funds were at, travel and debt, and I totally forgot to do it, so I'm gonna be a little bit better next time. But yeah, this is I just do a little mini flip through. This is where my January started. I don't really show my planner as much, and I do like to decorate a little bit. This is like a B6 layout here, and so it's generally for a journal, but I'm using it mainly for budgeting. So this is like my paychecks, and then we go into February. This is what February looked like. Lots of gas. I did do a lot of traveling in February. Yeah, I've definitely been overspending a lot during these past 3 months, so I really want to try to refocus on not spending money when I don't have it. I know I'm not the only one who does that, and I'm trying to be better at it. So this is March. This is kind of like where we left off, and this is March overview. So this is just me doing calculations. I do a lot of hand calculations in my book. So yeah, I really want to try to spend a lot less money in the next couple of months. I know that's going to be difficult because usually as soon as spring hits and then into summer, I do tend to spend a lot. But I'm trying to minimize my spending only for the things that I planned and not necessarily the unplanned things, like the spur of the moment kind of purchases. So this is my April. Now we're in April, so this is kind of how I do. I wanted to show you guys this. I know I kind of went fast through it, but this is how I set it up. Well, I just track what my sinking funds and my travel book, as well as my debts, which I haven't filled in yet because we're at the tail end of March when I'm filming this, so I will probably fill in this all after this, because today when I'm filming is Easter, so I want to get through this pretty quickly so I can go visit some family. But yeah, so I track these expenses, my sinking funds here for the previous month, and then this is how I do my monthly budget here. So I do save money from my previous checks, so that's why there is like a previous balance. And then I add my 2 paychecks, and that's where I get like my whole budget for the month. I write down all of my bills and all of my weekly expenses for the whole month. And then I can get a general knowledge of like how much I'll have for like sinking funds and other like savings challenges and stuff like that. This is always going to be a like a pre-budget, so this might not actually be like the actual budget. So that's why it's just nice to see like an overview of like how much I'm putting into bills versus like weekly expenses and sinking funds. So right now, if you've been following me for a while, my bills have never been over $2,000. So it is quite of a crunch for me lately. So that's why I really haven't been doing a lot in my sinking funds and in my savings challenges. But that's why I'm trying to find a place outside of New York, because it's really expensive to live out on your own in New York. So this is what my April layout looks like. And I did something different this time around. These are all, the highlighted ones are all of my bills throughout the whole month. And I have seen on other budgeting styles that they highlight the expense according to the paycheck. So I get paid on the 3rd, so I made that purple. So everything that's purple is going to be coming out of this paycheck. There are some things that they take half of from the first paycheck, and then I also pay from the second one. So the second paycheck is blue, so you'll see some that have purple and blue, so that's why I split it in half, and I take 1/2 from first paycheck and 1/2 from the second paycheck. And that's kind of how I divvy up my bills. I know I said in a previous video that I had a little bit of wiggle room because I do get paid the first week of April this time, so I can kind of have a little bit more money at the end of March, because I don't need to take as much for my beginning bills of the beginning of the month. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, let me know down below. But yeah, so usually what I do is I look at where my paycheck falls at the end of month and at the beginning of the month, and that's how I figure out how I'm going to pay my credit cards at the beginning of the month and my student loan, because those usually happen before or after my first paycheck of the month. So that's basically how I have it right now. And then I don't have any expenses here, but I will be writing everything I spend daily. And then I've kind of budgeted a little bit for my paycheck, but this is how I set up my paycheck. I put the bills that I'm putting here, that I'm paying with this paycheck, my weekly expenses, how much I'm putting towards savings challenge, sinking funds, and travel. So I just wanted to give like a brief overview of like how I do my paycheck. But yeah, so I did end up getting my brakes done, and it was a lot more expensive than I budgeted for. If you knew, I budgeted $200 in my car maintenance to pay for that, and it ended up being $624. So yeah, a lot more expensive than I anticipated. I thought maybe $300 on the high end, and I can take from some savings challenges to cover that. But yeah, so a lot more, and you'll see how I take care of that in upcoming videos. But I want to be more like, I want to keep track of things better on this channel. So even though I already paid for it with my credit card, I want to show you how I actually pay for it throughout my videos and not do a lot of things behind the scenes. So it looks like I have stuff in car maintenance, but I will be taking it out. So let's go ahead and look at my binders. So this is my kind of everything binder, my important stuff. So Enzo is ending the month with nothing. Vet has, and I'm gonna see how much I have in this binder. has 50, 1, 50, 65, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 81. There we go, 181. Health is ending the month with 21, 2, 3. Car maintenance, 51, 50, 70, 95, 200 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have $205 in my car maintenance fund, and as much as I am sad to do it, I will probably be taking the rest of the money from my savings challenges, but I do need my first paycheck of April to complete some of them, so that way I have, I don't know, I want to feel a sense of accomplishment. So I know it may seem a little redundant to finish those challenges and then take the money like basically the same day, instead of just like stopping the challenge and taking what I have. I think like I want to have the little wins and have it like really keep motivating me and inspiring me to see how my funds grow and continue to grow. So that's why it may seem a little redundant, but it's just really for me to feel a sense of accomplishment. So in groceries we have $3 left over. Gas we have $2. And Christmas has 21, 2, 3. I am kind of slightly worried about Christmas because normally I'm a little bit more ahead with this, but I'm hoping that this tracker that I have will, since like as it goes up it's a little bit more money, hopefully it'll help me save a lot quicker. But I know Christmas is like way far in advance, but I like to plan for it ahead of time and not be so stressed at the end trying to figure out where I'm getting this money from. I don't know if I put it in. Well, we'll see. You guys let me know if I put it in or not. Tattoo has 20, 35, 36, 37, 38. I feel like I didn't, but well, we'll see. And then hobbies and wardrobe doesn't have anything, and my emergency in here has 50, 70, 85, 95, 96, 97, 98. So, and then I'm not going to count my friend's wedding dress money, which is 100 in here, because it's really not money for me. It's for supplies. So that's what's in here. If I did add the Christmas, it's about 573 in this binder, which is not bad. If I didn't, it is 596, which is even better. So that's what I have in my blue binder. So I have $98 in there for my emergency, but I also am doing this Sailor Moon 1K Savings Challenge by Money Mochis, and I do have some money in here. This is going towards my emergency, so I just want to see how much I have right now. I know I could take it from emergency, like for my car maintenance, but if I have funds that are not really designated to anything specifically, like my savings challenges, I'd rather pull from that. So that's kind of that's why I'm like trying not to touch this. I really want to get this up to 1,000 by the end of the year. Okay, so far we have $188 for my emergency the past 3 months. It's definitely like slow growing, but I'm just happy that it's growing. So that's it for these two binders. My travel binder, we have nothing for Katsucon because that's already passed in February. I was able to save up the $500 that I needed, and I think I spent all of that. So yeah, and then I have in prop money the $600 that I saved up for it, and actually I already paid for the hotel, which was $392. So technically this is at $208 right now, but it's in the bank. And then I did save up my $500 for my state trip. And this is going to be like ongoing goal. Like I always want to try and keep $500 in here for a state trip. And already I spent, so plus 500. And I already spent $105 on Airbnb and my plane ticket. So right now that we have 603, and my occasions, which this is going to be for my friend's wedding, is at 2035. So yeah, still have a long way to go with this goal of 500. And my vacation has 500 in the bank, 20, 40, and 50. So plus 550. And this goal is still a while away, but we're making good progress on it. Spa trip is at 100 in the bank, 510. So 110. All right, so that's it. And then my family trip, which is like a way afterthought, but I did want to start saving for it little by little, is at $5. There's really not much in there. So in this binder I have 1303, but I actually did give money towards the ticket for the concert already, which was $496, I believe. So right now in my travel binder, in the binder and in the bank, I have $807, which is amazing, and I'm very grateful for my tax refund because that really helped me fund a lot of these expenses. And yeah, so I'm super happy that I can still have a little fun. So we're gonna go in to see how much I have in my savings challenges right now. And this is the little scratch and save book that I was talking about in my goals, that I want to do at least half of them. I believe there's 13 in here, so I want to try and do 5 or 6. I'm gonna shoot for 6, but if we do 5, that would be awesome. So we are actually almost done with this one, which is why I want to like finish it before I take the money for car maintenance. It's definitely gonna go towards that. So yeah, probably the next paycheck that I do at the beginning of April, which you'll see the following week, I will finish this for sure. So we have 50, 70, 90, 5, 100, 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 107 in here, which is so awesome because this challenge, if you were just to save what you scratched off, will equal 54. But because of all the different like polyhedral rolls, like roll a d6 or a d20, it's definitely saved me more than it says, which is pretty sweet. I really like these so far. So that's it for this one. And let's look into our actual savings challenges right now. I mean, not that this is not, I don't know why I said actual savings challenges. So there's nothing, this is kind of now a dashboard. There's really no challenge in here. So I do apologize if you hear a lot of car noises. Unfortunately, where I film, there's just lots of traffic. So for my Sailor Mars challenge, we have $20, $40, and $60. So this one's almost done. I'm very excited. I only have 5 more icons. And this challenge here you can actually find in my shop. It's a digital. And I am going to be coming out with the rest of the Sailor characters for the digitals very, very soon. I'm almost done. I know someone was asking about that recently, and I'm definitely going to do the rest of them. I believe it's Sailor Jupiter and Sailor Venus, and I also want to do Sailor Chibi Moon. So I'm probably going to do those as digitals, and that's probably what I'm going to do for Sailor Moon digitals at the moment. So in our card captor savings challenge, which is also on my Etsy, we have 20, 40, 60, 75, So that's good. I think I'm gonna have to take from my Cloud Card savings challenges before they're done, which makes me sad, but I gotta pay this off. I can't keep it on my credit card. So we have 20, 30, 31, and 32. So that's not bad. At least these weren't like super close, so I'm like, okay, I can just restart them. I do owe this challenge $4. This is actually the Galentine's Scratch and Roll and Save that I got from Kayla, who also made this book too. So we have 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So yeah, probably gonna have to start this one over again. For our Showtime Savings Challenge from Spooky Budgets, I'm going to try to finish that one next time. We have 25, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. So I am excited to finish this one. In our Mystery 15 savings box, I have 3 tens, so that's 30, and then this one was $16. So that's good there. Probably, I feel like I'm gonna have to empty a lot of these, which makes me sad, like I said, but I'm just happy that the money is here for me. So $40 in my birthday tourist savings challenge. And then our future fund has 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And then last but not least, the Support Small Challenge has 21, 22, 23. And I am doing my Studio Ghibli Movie Challenge, which is a freebie down below if you would like to join me on that. And then I did scratch off this 500 Scratch Off Savings Challenge, which is, got $5. I still have to put 20 in here to complete that scratch off. So right now, between these two books, I have $492, which is insane. This has definitely been over the course of 3 months that I've been saving up for this, and I did actually complete a savings challenge beforehand that went to, I believe, Katsucon. So very, very awesome. I love doing savings challenges because I feel like I'm saving little bits at a time, and when I get to add them all up, it always amazes me how much I can save in such a short amount of time. So it is very sad that I'll have to put majority of this to car maintenance, but again, you know, things happen and budgets change. My budget changes so much during the course of the year. So I was also told that I have to do a little bit more car maintenance on my car, and that was going to cost over $600. So we're definitely going to be saving towards that fairly quickly before it becomes a real big problem. But yeah, so that's pretty much the summary of like what I have been doing over the past 3 months, as well as where I'm kind of going before, or not before, but where I'm going next. So definitely going to be saving up more for that car maintenance that is going to be coming up soon. My trips are still happening. I have to save up for that, and continuing to do my emergency fund. So that's kind of like where my main focuses are for this year. So I'll definitely keep you updated. I think I'm going to be changing the way I do my savings challenges, but this video has been getting a little bit on the longer side, so I'm definitely going to cut it here, and I will tell you more about that in my upcoming cash stuffing. So yay! I know I've been teasing a lot about a possible shop launch. I do have quite a bit of little new savings challenges coming up in my shop, and I'm very excited to finish those up and hopefully possibly do a launch towards mid-April, end of April, but I'll definitely tell you when I'm going to be doing all that, and I'll do a little what's going to be in my Etsy shop kind of video. Thank you so much for watching this video. As always, I really appreciate your love and support of my channel and your comments down below. It just makes me so happy and so motivated. So even if you left an emoji just letting me know you're here watching, it just makes my day so much. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!